Good morning, students. Students, yesterday actually the last question was something like this. Yeah, just look at that. So yesterday what the question we discussed is something like this. So here is the question. 30% of a number, 30% of a number when added to 35, the result is number itself. Again you get the number itself. Actually the number is usually 100%, but actually what is done, you took only 30% of the number, still some 70% is remaining. So in that particular 70%, in place of 70%, student just listen, in place of 70% you took 35. So just tell me, whatever the number you took, that is 35, is nothing but 70% of the balance. So when 70% is 35, you need to check what is the number. Therefore 100 into 35 by 70, and obviously the number is 50. Okay, man? So somebody asked me to explain the last question, so this is the last question. I hope you understand this. Now we are about to start a very simple topic, profit and loss. So once percentage is completed, obviously the remaining questions we can easily handle with an ease, almost like, because once the basics of any one particular topic is completed, we can definitely make use of these basics for the remaining questions, because that is the significance of aptitude. You understand that? Okay, man? Now please look at that. So you know what is profit and what is loss. For example, if an article is bought for 40 rupees and when it is sold for 50, you say that there is a profit of 10 rupees, right? There is a profit of 10 rupees because it was bought for 40 and of course it was sold for 50. So obviously 10 rupees is the profit. Students, for your kind information, profit is given by the formula selling price minus cost price, isn't it? So profit is given by the formula selling price minus cost price. So when selling price is more, when we compare with cost price, obviously you get profit, and of course the profit is 10 rupees. Okay, now for example, an article which was bought for 40, if you sell it for only 30 and you say that there was a loss of 10 rupees. Remember, loss is given by the formula CP minus CSP. I think you understand this. So CP minus SP. Students, so please understand that profit or loss is nothing but the difference between selling price and cost price. So it is a very simple perception that if the selling price is more than cost price, you say you get a profit. Yeah. And if the selling price is less, obviously you say there is a loss. So that is the main difference between profit and loss. So you need to note down two important formula. Now formula number 1, my dear students, what is that? Profit is equal to SP minus CP, you know that, and of course loss is equal to CP minus CSP. I don't think there is any need to remember this formula, my dear students, because it is quite common sense. When the selling price is more, you say there is a profit. When selling price is less, you say there is a loss. Quite simple. I don't think there is any need to discuss this again and again. Okay, man? Now you understand what is profit, what is loss. Now my question to you, please listen to me. Students, for example, there were two people, A and B, they did a business. There were two people, A and B, they did some business. For example, he did the business and he get a profit of 1000 rupees, and out of the business B gets a profit of 200 rupees. My dear students, may I know that who gets more profit? Who gets more profit? Please come out. Yeah, the profits of two persons are given to you. Now you need to confirm who gets between A and B. Who gets more profit? Please come out. A or B? For example, uh, when the cost price of A is 4,000, which means A bought an item for 4,000 and sold at a profit of 1,000. That is about A. Okay. Now, come to B. A bought an item, the same item for 800 and sold at a profit of 200. Students, now my question to you, compare A and B. Now tell me who gets more profit? Who gets more profit? Student, actually one thing I just want to tell you that don't just look at profit, but you should also look at the cost price, because any profit obviously depends on the cost price. If you don't have the cost price, you may not be able to get it right. Okay. So for your kind information, out of 4,000 rupees, that is what A invested, he gets a profit of 1,000. So if you multiply the same by 100, we say that he gets a profit of 25%. You understand that? And when it comes to B, so B's investment, that is cost price, is 800, but he gets a profit of 200. If you multiply the same by 100, so you say that B gets a profit of 25%. B gets a profit of 25%. So hopefully now this is very clear to you. So you understand that, my dear students, it is not just the profit you should look, but you should also look at the cost price. If you don't have the cost price, you may not be able to come to a conclusion who gets more profit, whether it is A or it is B. Because, my dear students, profit is different from profit percent. Please note down another formula. Please note down. Profit is equal to SP minus CP. Okay. Profit percent is equal to profit by CP into 100. So that is profit percent. Okay. Loss is equal to CP minus SP. Loss percent is equal to loss by CP into 100. I hope you understand this. So profit is different from profit percent. Okay, student. So please understand that profit percent and loss percent, both depend on the cost price. So more the investment, cost price is nothing. CP means cost price. Okay, you are asking me CP? CP means cost price. Somebody asking me what is CP? CP means cost price and SP means selling price. Student, okay, is this clear? So you understand CP and SP is all about cost price and selling price. Student, now I think you are confident about the profit and loss percent. I hope that you will be you are ready to answer this particular exercise. Let me see how you are answering this. Okay, now please write down. Here is the question. Number 1, please go ahead. An article which was actually bought for 490 rupees was sold for 460. Can you tell me what was the loss? Question number 2. An article which was actually bought for 400 was sold for 360. Can you tell me what is the loss percent? Okay, so I think now this is very clear to you. Come on, students. So article cost price is 400 rupees and it was sold for 420 rupees. Tell me what is the profit percent? Come on, student. So difference between 490 and 460 is 30. Enough. You stay at 30, that's it. Because 30 rupees is the loss and you are asked to find loss only. When you are asked to find loss only, you can stop at that value because that is all done. No, 30 is enough. You stop at 30. Right. Now when you come to look at, question number 2, student, It was a loss of 40 rupees. You see the difference between 400 and 360 is 40 rupees. Of course, that is the loss. But you are asked to find the loss percent. Loss percent means, so students, you need to compare everything with the cost price. So for your kind information, cost price is 400. So we say that there is a loss of 10% in second question. Question number 3. You bought it for 400, sold for 420, there is a profit of 20. You need to compare 20 with 400. So when it comes to percentages, my dear students, you need to cancel, and hence your answer is 5%. I think there is no confusion. Get it? Because the concept is so simple, man. It all depends on just percentage calculations. There is nothing we can discuss. Okay, man? Right? Now students, now yes, you understand what is profit and what is loss. You also understood what is profit percent and of course what is loss percent. Let me give you some interesting questions. Come on student. For example, an article which was bought for 1400 rupees. Just listen to me. Just listen to me. You need to respond to me this quickly. An article which was bought for 1400 rupees, if you want to sell it at a profit of 10 rupees, can anybody tell me at what rate the article must be sold? You must be selling for 1410 rupees. Very well done. Now just look at that. Look at this question, man. An article which is bought for 1400 rupees, if you want to sell at a profit of 10%, can anybody tell me what is the selling price? So you must know what is the 10%. 10% of 1400 is 140. 10% of 1400 is 140 because you need to sell at a profit of 140. So you must be selling for 1400 plus 140. So you must be selling for 1540. Student, this is 10 rupees, this is 10%. If it is only 10 rupees, you will be adding it to the cost price straight away. But if it is 10%, you should know that. You should know how to calculate 10%. Student, I think yes, I am absolutely clear to you, man. Now here is the question. Come on student. Cost price of an article is 400 and a person want to sell at a profit of 20%. You must tell me what should be the selling price. Quick. Cost price of an article is 400. If you are looking for a loss of 15%, what should be the selling price? Okay, now cost price of an article is 400. You are looking a profit of 12.5%. Tell me what should be the selling price. Quick. Students, if you can look at that, 20% of 400 is 80. So you must be selling at 480 because you are selling at a profit. You are selling at a profit. So when you are selling at a profit, obviously you have to add 80 to 400. So that should be 480. Okay. Now look at question number 2. Now look at question number 2. So 15% of 400 is 60. Student, should I explain you how we get 60? I don't think there is any need. 10% 40, 5% 20. So 15% is 60. I don't think there is any need to explain to you that how I get 60 rupees. Now tell me, you must be selling at a loss, which means to say that you have to subtract 60 rupees from 400. So you are selling for 340. Now look at that. Student, yeah, 12.5% is nothing but 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 of 400 is 50. So when you are looking at a profit of 50 rupees, so you must sell it for 450. Student, do you remember 12.5% is nothing but 1 by 8? I think yes, you may still remember that. So once it is clear, you can easily get your answer. I appreciate that. Come on student, now please look at that. An article which was bought for 180 rupees, is sold at a profit of 20%. Can you tell me what is the selling price? Come on student here. An article which was bought for 180 rupees is sold at a loss of just 5%. Can you tell me what is the selling price? An article which was bought for 180 rupees is sold at a profit of 16 2 by 3%. Can you tell me what is the selling price? What should be the selling price? Students, check it out. 20% of 180 is 36 and therefore it should be sold for 216 because 180 plus 36. 180 plus 36 is 216 and should be sold for 216. Okay, now look at question number 2. Question number 5. 5% of 180 is 9. So because you are selling for 9 rupee less, 180 minus 9, therefore you should be selling for 171. Now when you come to question number 3, when you look at question number 3, 16 2 by 3% is nothing but 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 of 180 is 30. So 180 plus 30, 210. Student, now let me give you some interesting questions. Please answer these questions if you can. Come on, make it fast. Question number 7. Cost price is 40 rupees and if you are selling it for 46 rupees, tell me what is the profit percent? Cost price is 1200. If you are looking a profit of 16 2 by 3%, what should be the selling price? Cost price is 240. If you lose 33 1 by 3%, you need to tell me what should be the selling price. Student, I ask you to find profit percent. Actually profit is 6 rupees, but when you compare with 40, you will be getting profit percent. Yeah, you can easily get it. Therefore, yes, it is 15%. Very well done, very well done. So 15% is correct answer. I appreciate that. Student, 16 2 by 3% is nothing but 1 by 6. So 1200 by 1 by 6 is equal to 200. So you are selling it at a profit of 200. So must be sold for 1400. Come on student. 33 1 by 3% is 1/3. 240 by 3 is 80. This time you are losing, therefore you need to lose 80 rupees and hence you must be selling for 160 rupees. Come on student, please look at that. By selling an article for 400 rupees, a trader loses 100 rupees. Find his loss percent. Now please look at the board. By selling an article for 400, a man loses 500, which means he bought the article for 500. You understand that? Upon selling for 400, you lose 100 rupees, which means the article you might have bought it for 500. You understand that? Student, yeah, very good, very good, very good. Selling price is given, but we need to have the cost price. So when you are selling for 400, you are getting a profit of, you are getting a loss of 100, which means to say that your cost price must be 500. Therefore, so cost price is 500 and of course the loss is given 100 and hence the loss percent should be answered something like this. Therefore, your answer must be 20%. This is correct answer. So do you understand why that 500? Because the loss percent should be calculated on the cost price, not on the selling price. 400 is the selling price, therefore we should not take that. Just imagine even a common businessman, a petty businessman can do this. So this is not a very big topic I am telling you. You can easily understand this. Very well done, my dear students. I appreciate that. Okay, let me give you one more question. Somebody says he did not understand that. Okay, let me give you one more question. I hope that this time you will be definitely getting it. Okay, come on student, please look at that. Write down. By selling an article for 72 rupees, a trader gets a profit of 12 rupees. Find his profit percent. Student, please understand that after selling an article for 72, it is said that he get a profit of 12 rupees, which means to say that the article which was sold for 72, he bought it for 60 only. You understand that he bought it for 60 only. This is simple common sense. I don't think there is any formula required to answer this question. Because he sold it for 72, you realize that there was a profit of 12 rupees, which means to say that the article which you bought is for 60 rupees. Student, so 60 rupees is the cost price and you get a profit of 12 rupees. Therefore, profit percent is given by the formula profit by cost price into 100. Student, I think yes, I hope that you are getting it right. So this is all about profit and loss, the basics of profit and loss. Now for few minutes, please, I expect your complete attention. Look at the board. So I am going to tell you very interesting point right now. Please look at the board. Don't send messages. Now look at the board. That's it. Okay. Now here we go. Students, for example, a trader sold an article of 500 rupees. An article was sold for 500. Okay, ma'am? An article sold for cost price is not 84, it is 60. Check it out once again. Yeah, look at that. An article was sold for example, 500 rupees. So when an article was sold for 500 rupees, there may be three chances. So there may be three chances. Chance number one, he may get profit. He may get profit. Chance number two, he may lose. Chance number two, he may lose. Can anybody tell me, student, what is the third chance? He can get his money back. No profit, no loss. Okay. Now tell me, how many chances do we have? We have three chances. After selling an article for 500 rupees, a trader may left with three chances, either profit or loss, no profit, no loss. Now I put a question to you, you need to just answer, that's all. So you please answer only the question I put to you. Okay. So by selling an article, if I say that the businessman has got a profit of something, now please tell me, can his profit cost price be? Can his cost price be? What is his cost price? Whether it is more than 500, less than 500. Please respond. He sold it for 500 rupees. I said that he gets a profit. I am not giving you how much profit, but you should only tell me, by selling an article for 500, if somebody gets a profit of something, his cost price is more than 500, less than 500. Tell me, more or less. I never give you the loss. I never give you, very good. I never give you profit. But you just tell me, By selling an article for 400, if somebody gets a profit, the cost price must be less or more. Just tell me, less or more? Absolutely, it should be less than 500. Okay. Now here is the question. Student, if I say that by selling an article for 500, if he gets a profit of 25%, if I ask you to find what is the cost price, if that is the question, then how do we do it? Please listen to me. 25% is the loss. 25% is the loss. When it is sold for profit, when it is sold for 500. So how do we do this question? We know, listen to me. By selling an article for 500, a trader not only gets his money back, but he also gets a profit of 25%. Therefore, 500 rupees is equal to 125%. You know why 125%? Because by selling for 500, you get your money back, and not only that, you also get a profit of 25%. So 500 is nothing but 125%. So when 125% is 500 rupees, let me tell you what is 100%. So 500 rupees is equal to 125%. So 100% is equal to how much? 100 into 500 divided by 125. So 25 cancels for 4 times, 25 cancels for 5 times, and hence your answer must be 400. You can ask me, sir, why you are doing like this? I am doing like this. It is because 25% is the profit percent, but you should not calculate 25% on 500. Profit percent should be calculated only on cost price, but 500 is not cost price. Yeah, I think you understand that. Very well done, very well done. Okay, man. Now please look at this question. For example, if I give the question something like this, by selling an article for 1200 rupees, student, if a trader gets a profit of 20%, my question is, what should have been the cost price? For example, if a question is given something like this, please remember, you are given selling price. Selling price, you should not calculate profit on that. So whenever selling price is given to you, how you must be doing this? By selling an article for 1200, you get your money back, but also get a profit of 20%. You understand that? 1200 rupees is equal to 120%. The reason is, by selling for 1200, you get your money back and also get a profit of 20%. So when 1200 is equated to 120%, you must be calculating what is 100%. Cost price is always 100%. Therefore, upon cancellation, my dear students, you will be getting 1000 rupees. You understand that? So this, when you are given selling price, you must do the question something like this. I hope that you get it right. So probably some simple exercise will help you to get it perfect. Okay. Profit is 20%. Now you need to calculate cost price. By selling an article for 480 rupees, if you lose 20%, what should be the cost price? Please answer these two questions, man. Student, just look at this one. By selling an article for 480 rupees, you get your money back, and not only that, you get a profit of 20%. So 480 rupees is nothing but 120%. Very well done. Now the question is, what is the cost price? So this, when selling price is given to you, 100 into 480 by 120. So 120 you cancel for 4 times. Now you will be having 400. Cost price is 400. Yeah, same question is not repeated, my dear students. You thought it is the same question, but it is not same question. In question number 1, I gave you a profit of 20%. You understand that. In question number 2, I gave you 20% loss, which means to say that by selling an article for 80, you get 80% of your investment back. You know why? Yeah, very good, very good. You know why? Because by selling for 480, sure, I'll explain you. You lose 20%. You lose 20% means you get only 80% of your investment back. You get only 80% of your investment back. So 80% is 480. Now the question is, what is the cost price? So cost price is obviously 100%. You must be getting it. What is the cost price? Therefore, it is 600 rupees. Students, somebody asking me why 120%? You know why 120%? See, by selling an article, you get a profit of 20%. 20% profit in the sense you get your money back, plus you get a profit of 20%. So that is 120%. I hope you understand my point. So why 80%? Yeah, the reason for 80% is, just look at that. The reason for 80% is, by selling an article for 480 rupees, you did not get your money back. You did not get your money back. You lose 20%. You lose 20% in the sense you could able to get only 80% back. So by selling an article for 480, you get 80% of your investment. So 80% is 480. So 100% is how much? Student, am I clear to you, man? Clear? Yeah, very good, very good. Student, yeah. So anyway, tomorrow I explain you yesterday's paper. Some of you are asking me to explain yesterday's paper. I don't explain all the questions. Actually, there is no such need, because I believe that many of the questions you might have answered. Maybe there may be some questions. Okay, I'll explain you. 100 more than 20. 100 plus 20, 120. Okay, still you have the doubt. Okay, let me explain you again. No problem. Because anyway, tomorrow we will be repeating the same. Yeah. Student, okay. So tomorrow we continue with profit and loss. But we need to discuss some yesterday's paper. Right? Yes, student. So any questions you want to ask me? Because today, we discussed the basics of profit and loss very well. I hope that you are getting it right, because the percentages, we get it percentages very good. So any other question we can easily answer. Good, very good. So I think yes, we are going very fine, right, student? So thank you. We'll be meeting again tomorrow at the same time.